Hi, my name is Roman. I'm a student at Bournemouth University, and this is a presentation for unit Human-Centered Design, and it's about usability evaluation for website Steps2Wellbeing. We search for usability issues that user may encounter when browsing through the website. We look for those issues, try to correct them, and we proposed a new design that we will show in later slides. Steps to Wellbeing is part of NHS, NHS meaning National Health Services for the UK, and this website is conducted by Dorset and Southampton National Health Services. It supports people with depression and anxiety issues, and its services are free of charge and available to all residents that are registered in the area. As you can see on the left hand side, this is the page in its current state. The website is quite long and has quite a few usability issues that we will have a closer look. To evaluate the website, there are quite a few methods that we can use, and we chose Nielsen's 10 heuristics for the heuristic evaluation. These heuristics are: number 1, visibility of system status; 2, match between system and the real world; 3, user control and freedom; 4, consistency and standards; 5, error prevention; 6, recognition rather than recall; 7, flexibility and efficiency of use; 8, aesthetics and minimalist design; 9, help users recognize, diagnose, and recover from errors; 10, help and documentation. We found out quite a few usability issues on the website, but we will only focus on the main problems that we found. We think that header and footer design is not really user-friendly and it needs to be redesigned. We think that the navigation section is really useless, and we do think that a new navigation bar should be implemented in the header. The current design that the web page has does not follow the NHS guidelines. This meaning the logo is not positioned on the top left corner, and the colors used are not recommended by the NHS. We found out quite a few dead or inaccurate links throughout the website, and there is also absence of website introduction, what the website is about. And if we search in the search engine for the website, we can find really a meta description what the website is. And the last one that we will present here is the search bar and its results. Here you can see the header and the footer of the current website. If you look at the top picture, that's the header. We think that it has quite a lot of information, and we could clear this up and make it more simple. Also, the elements could be repositioned so it's more user-friendly. For example, the navigation bar that is in the top left corner doesn't really make sense, so we can change it to a more general navigation bar. If you have a look at the footer, this is the bottom picture. It's quite large and it takes quite a lot of space. So we can delete some elements to make it more smaller, making more compact, that it fits on the website. This is the navigation section of the current website, and we do think this presents the main usability issues that we found. There are quite a few problems that need to be addressed. The first one being the position that this section appears on subpages. It usually is on the bottom of subpages, making it really hard for users to navigate between those. We do think that there are too many colors involved, and the pictures that appear on the right hand side of small boxes need to be more positive. We do think that current design does not follow the NHS guidelines, meaning that the NHS logo should be positioned in the top left corner, as the NHS suggests. Also, the color spectrum is quite wide, and we do need to shorten it to maybe 3 or 4 colors used. There are also quite a lot of dead or inaccurate links in the web page. We did found 4 of those. You can see the evidence in the bottom picture, and we think that these needs to be corrected so for the website to function properly. Here are the recommendations that we think would be useful for the website. Implementing a new header and footer. Also designing a new navigation bar that would be pinned under the header. We can merge certain sections together. Certain subpages are quite similar and could be merged into one. And correcting all the errors. For example, inaccurate links, small things like adding a label, and others. Here you can see the new design for the header and the footer. If you look at, we have 4 pictures. On the left side is the new design, and on the right side is basically the current design that is in place. If we look at the header, we added the NHS logo at the top left corner. We expanded the Steps2Wellbeing sign to be more visible. We repositioned the search bar and expanded it. And we shrink down the NHS Dorset Healthcare University sign so it's more smaller. We also implemented the new navigation bar that you can see at the bottom of the header. If you look at the footer, there are quite a few changes. We did remove certain elements, for example, emergency support, area info, self-referral. We think that these are already in the navigation bar, so there's no need for them to be in the footer. Also, if you have a look at the care quality box, we removed it as we think it's not needed. As we already mentioned before, we tried to focus only on the main problems, but here are also other recommendations that we think could be useful for the website. We think that they can merge certain pages into one, as there is quite a lot of subpages on the website. They need to optimize the search bar, as it has quite a few issues, and homepage needs a more clear view what the website is about. They can also remove certain pages that are not necessary. And there is an inconsistent design for the external website links. And they can add links for social media. This is all for the presentation. Thank you for listening, and bye.